So we're on another adventure for an undiscovered classic. This time we are a little further afield. Flew into Memphis this morning and took a Uber over to a U-Haul place, which was a whole ordeal. And now we are officially in Arkansas, not too far from where we're picking up this car. And the whole ordeal at the U-Haul was interesting because we had rented a 20-foot U-Haul, which was more than enough for what we're going to be doing here, given how the car is apart. And well, just take a look at where we ended up. For those that know, this is not a 20-foot, it's a 26-foot with a V10 Triton motor in it, the Ford F650. So it's a little bit larger by a lot than we anticipated. It's the biggest vehicle I've ever driven, so it's been kind of an experience driving it the 2 hours. Essentially what had happened was that the U-Haul I was supposed to get was there, but the key was missing, it couldn't be found. It was not a regular U-Haul, it was one of the neighborhood ones, and the guy was going to be way too late in getting there, so for the same price as the 20-foot, we got the 26-foot. And we're going to see how this comes together. Okay, we've reached our destination. We are in a beautiful part of Arkansas, as you can see. This guy's got quite the setup out here. And let me show you what we got. So we got our monstrous U-Haul van backed up. It's here for a Glasspar G2. Now this car was actually built in era, completely done, running, driving, finished car, full interior, everything. And it was taken apart, according to David, who I'm buying it from, 40 years ago. For restoration, and was never finished. So this thing has been, even though it was a fully done car at one point, it's been apart longer than it was as a finished car, and it comes with everything you could want. Ford flathead, 3-speed transmission, original Glasspar grille, all the parts, a lot of stuff that's still new in boxes, brake parts, brake hoses. The brakes have been completely rebuilt, boxes and boxes of good stuff. Hardtop, which I'll probably never put on. Just looks so much better without it. But we're gonna get this loaded up. David was nice enough to get everything kind of palletized for us, and it should make load up pretty easy. All right, so here's some interior parts. This looks like firewall, I would guess. Armrest. I mean, you can tell that this car really has been apart for 40 years. Look at the dry rot in here, but beauty rings, wire wheels. That's one of 2 steering wheels I know of. Had door panels, kick panels, everything. And David got it on this really great rolling rig, which will make our lives easier here. Jeff and I are thinking this actually may be one of the earlier Glasspars. The fact that it is a single door car helps establish that as a potential case. It looks like it did have a door tag on it. It might be in some of those boxes. It's not currently in the door jamb, but an idea of what's going on inside here. Underneath, and some kind of scoop, probably to clear the air cleaner. And they don't look quite right without the grill, but we'll be hopefully making good on that very soon. So let's see how load up goes. Well, here we are. Dave did a really great job getting us prepped and ready. He palletized the motor, the transmission, brake parts, steering rack. Got the body and the chassis up on this dolly. He put some of the more delicate stuff in totes, like the grill is sitting inside the body. Everything's jammed in here pretty good, and we got room to spare. So we'll see how the 3-ish day drive home goes. Wish us luck. We're at the Quality Inn in Draffinville, Kentucky. I guess there's some sporting events happening in Elizabethtown, which is where our goal was to get tonight, but we're shutting it down a couple hours early. It's about 8 o'clock, been awake since 3 a.m. this morning. A lot of activity, a lot of sweating, a lot of heat. Been checking straps to make sure nothing's moving, everything's staying pretty nice and tidy. So just coming through to take a look at the latest project, and everything's looking good. So the goal tomorrow will definitely be getting through Louisville, and then I guess we'll have to figure out how far north we're gonna get. So it's looking like 2.5 days might actually be feasible here. And it's actually a really nice night. Not anything to walk to here, but I think as soon as I lay my head on the pillow, it's gonna be game over for the night anyway. So not really too worried about finding entertainment. I'm going to bed. All right, we're taking a little bit of a detour for fun here. So we're in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and we are at the Swope's Cars of Yesteryear Classic Car Museum. So we're gonna give you guys a little bit of an idea what they've got here. The museum is free. It's open Monday through Saturday, so they got pretty good hours. And they do have some parameters for what the free admission is. As you'll see, the only people they charge would be unaccompanied children. Everybody else comes in for free. So let's take a look around and see what they've got. Now we're leaving downtown Louisville, and we're going to see how far we get today. Well, it would seem we did have some shifting around, but no casualties yet. The pallet is a casualty though. The block has come down on an angle, and we're trying to figure out why, and well, it just destroyed that corner of the pallet. But the strap thankfully kept it from Titanicing over. So we're here in Akron, Ohio. I have no idea how many hundreds of miles we've done today. I don't know, 400-ish. So we'll be closing in on Buffalo, with any luck, before noon tomorrow, unless we stop for some sightseeing or some fun stuff. We'll see. Shutting it down for the night. Okay, it's now Saturday morning. Turns out yesterday was more than just a couple hundred miles. It was 541 miles, so really got to trucking. About a day ahead of schedule, so that's always good news. And we just stopped for breakfast. Now we're gonna go visit something really cool here in Akron, Ohio, and then head back to Buffalo. So wait till you see what's next here. Here's our next stop in Akron, Ohio, on the way back to Buffalo with the Glasspar. We're making a surprise visit to another Ladari Conquest, but not just any Ladari Conquest. This is owned by our friend Myron Vernus and is going to be coming to Jeff. Jeff has purchased this from him. In addition to my General Electric early hybrid Conquest, this is probably the most significant one on par with it. This is a former race car. You can see by the chassis here, all custom, all space frame, really wild stuff. And it's Packard powered, so this has a really great background as a full-blown race car. Get some of this stuff out of the way here so you can see better. Take a look at that chassis. All this crazy engineering into here. Aluminum firewall, pedal setup, pretty wild stuff. It's really neat actually seeing one of these without the windshield frame, as Jeff jokingly calls the basket handle. I'm thinking on a future Conquest build that I'll be doing, not the GE Conquest that's staying as it is. I'll probably be doing a similar modification, removing the basket handle and then doing a frameless Corvette windshield, or probably the GMC truck windshield they originally had. It just gives it a much cleaner look. And actually looking at the historic photos we have from the Dawes family when the original Conquest was being built, they didn't have a frame. It looks like they actually did experiment with having a frameless windshield on the first Conquest and then ultimately ended up putting one on it. And it looks really slick. So let's come around to the back here. Old Ohio plates from '62. Give you an idea what's going on in here. Serious setup. Absolutely wild car. Looks like Stuart Warner gauges. Yeah, Stuart Warner. Let's sneak in underneath this shredded tarp here. Get an idea what's going on. I like the school bus yellow. It's a bold choice. Just back out of here. See if we can't peek under the hood without ruining what's left of the cover. There it is. Packard motor. It's going to be amazing to hear this thing running again, especially with that racing heritage it has. This is definitely a great buy by Jeff. So this will probably be coming down to Florida before the end of the year. And we'll go on the big list of eventually getting to restorations as Jeff is figuring out which cars are taking priority, which ones are moving up the list, which ones are maybe changing pace a little bit here. Let's see if we can't get underneath it a little bit. Huge exhaust coming out the side. Let's see, can you see much? It's like an aluminum pan. I actually kind of like the look of the tires sticking out past the body line a little bit. It looks like it lines up really nicely with the back fender, or the back of the wheel opening rather. And then I really like the look of how this is set off. Maybe it's a little bit far out, maybe pulling it in a little bit on a different build would be good. Obviously you don't really want to mess with this one, given how intact it is. But let's see if we can't get underneath the front here. Yeah, there we go. Give you a better idea of what's going on all throughout. Yeah, what a great car. This is going to make a great restoration. Awesome car to take vintage racing or just appreciate once it's in its restored state and terrorize the neighbors with that Packard motor and that big exhaust. But it's going to make for a hell of a build. Really well good documentation as well about its racing heritage, which will obviously come in handy. Some damage here and there, which you'd expect, you know, not a big deal, it's just fiberglass. A little crunch over here, but well, that's very repairable. Okay, and we're gonna see how the rest of this trip goes on the way back to Buffalo. Should be home in about 3.5 hours or so. going to start getting the Glasspar and its parts unloaded from the massive U-Haul here. We made some room, made some adjustments. Let's see what we have in here. Oh my God, they get long enough straps. Read next time that these are 27-foot straps. Why would I do this to myself? Never ending. There we go. All right, what's next? It lives there now. That's fine. Easy. Easy. That's close. You can tell from here that's close. Touchdown. That wasn't so bad. Oh, that made it a lot easier. Not really the ideal way to do this. Plenty good. Okay. Now comes the block. We'll see how it goes. Straps, multiple. Excessive straps, but better more than few. Alright, so we'll put those together. Okay. We do a little cross action here. Those spins to be better. Come on, 4 straps, you can do it. You can do it. Good enough. Let's see what mayhem occurs. Probably fine. Real nice and easy. Great, good. Nothing broke. Oh, I'll deal with that later. Okay, now I guess we're going to do dumb stuff. Oh, stopped right on time. Well, all right. I think the dollies are just the same width as the ramp, but I don't know. Really need a fork truck. I don't like that. I don't like that. I also don't think this is sturdy enough. Oh. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Of course, it's right at the seam. All right, just a quick one. This feels really, really stupid. Should probably just keep going. All right, we're clear of the wheel arches. This is even dumber. Never hurts to have an extra backup, I guess. Oh, of course, it's stuck in the damn mud. What the heck? Ugh. Damn it. Always with the mud at this damn apron. Well, we're gonna let some tension off this and see if we can't use the ramp to our advantage and get these stupid wheels out of the mud. Shouldn't it be mud? Asphalt and concrete. Why is it like this? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Nose is all right. Good enough. Easy now. You don't want to get too squirrely. Now, how do you get these back wheels? Let's do what I want. I don't know. Anybody else ever move a Glasspar out of a 26-foot long U-Haul? Because it's the best I got. Okay, let's see where that puts the ramp. Oh, so close. Well, we have a little bit more room. This might work out exactly right, or go horribly wrong. Still too early to tell. Worked. So the carts in the back aren't as narrow as the front, but it looks like I can get two wheels on each side of the cart on the inside track. I don't know, it's dumb. I'm gonna do it. Slow and steady. All right, we're almost at the precipice, which means there's going to be a horrific noise when it drops a little bit. Maybe. Huh. Let's just give you an idea of what we got going on. So, like I said, these dollies in the back are too wide, but the inside wheels of both are just narrow enough to go down the ramp, which will bottom it out on the bottom underside of the carts. I don't know. See what happens. Hey, while we're under here, check out the chassis. Yeah, home built job. Pretty nice. At least it looks like it's a home-built job. All right, proceeding. Yikes. I wonder if it's better off to push it? Yeah. God, this is dumb. Okay, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't just lower the front end at this point. Why am I keeping it this high? It's just precarious. It's kind of the inverse of how we loaded it up, albeit not as professional. So I'm gonna push back a little bit so those wheels aren't quite at the edge, and then lower the front. Let's see what that gets us. Sometimes you gotta go backwards to go forwards. Watching those back dollies. Yep, okay, kind of expected it here. Too fast, too fast. There we go. Okay. Now what? Feel like getting this out of the way. Probably the next logical step. Well, you might hear a crash in a moment. Probably be fine. Yep, it's fine. You're going to hear another crash in a moment. And here we go. Okay. That seems fine. All right, that's the current situation. All right, buddy, come on. Oh, good thing there's that pile of steel that's constantly in the way. That actually works to the benefit. Cool. Well, okay. Now I know for next time if that works. Definitely, probably was a better way to do that. But I'm an idiot, so. Don't like that. No, I don't like that at all, actually. But, whatever. There we go. And now it's stuck in something else. It's fine, it's fine. gone more smoothly, but it also could have gone dumber. So I see it as a win. Oh, the dollies in the back are totally destroyed, but sacrifice I was willing to make. Actually, I lied. They leveled back out. That's great. Okay. Broken but fixed. Gotta love it. Well, I'll take it. Now it's stuck in. Come on. Oh, those are not happy. But I'm not worried about it. Relax. Well, if anybody's ever wondered how a Glasspar compares to a Conquest, pretty close. Okay. 950 miles, 2 days. One full day, which was 14 hours, and 540 miles. And 2 half days, and it's back. Nothing broke. We lost a body mount, fell out. It's in the truck, no problem. Okay, this is pretty cool, seeing it next to the Conquest. Now the Conquest is on skates as well, so they're both probably, yeah. When they're both on the ground, they probably sit right at the same level, but similar length, unsurprising because they're based on a similar wheelbase. But man, it's kind of really cool to see the body line comparison across the length of both cars. I mean, look at that. This can move up a little bit, but got the rear end in the way, so. There we go, the Conquest, and the Glasspar, and the Sebring, and a never-ending list of projects. We'll see how this one goes. Stay tuned.